How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today, we're going to be talking about quite a few different things. So, as you guys may know, yesterday I made a video about the subject matter of this image right here, as well as a few other rumors and stuff. And I want to do a follow-up because you guys, said you wanted to see it. You guys hit the like goal, which was 500 likes, but you guys hit 1,000, which was... Seriously, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And I was going to do a follow-up to talk a bit more about this in particular, because there's something interesting about this right here. Now, first of all, I want to point out that this is not guaranteed to be real. What's in front of me right here, very high potential this is fake. Let me be frankly honest. Fans are very good at making fake shit, okay? We've seen them make crazier stuff out there, crazier fakes and stuff, so please understand, high possibility what you see in front of you here is a fake, okay? Let's just make that clear. But the reason I'm bringing up any of this is because of the possibility of this actually being potentially real. Now, the reason I say potentially, and a lot of people totally misunderstand, like, my reasoning for it, is because of a simple little factor, and that's the fact that this is very similar, this right here, this little like, cat, whatever it is, right, looks just like the Betamon, and it is essentially the Betamon from the Space World demo. Now, if you don't know what the Space World demo is, it was basically like a demo version of Pokemon Gold and Silver, which featured a bunch of Pokemon like Anchorage here, which we never got, right? These are some of the Pokemon, like, that were featured, but we never got our hands on. And as you see right here, this is seemingly that same thing, and this is a 3D model, and as you see in the background here, and a lot of people, might not notice it, but look at the background, it's, see like the little DNA stringy bajingy? It's the same ones that are right here. So, of course, this could have been faked, you know what I mean? Like, the lines here do seem consistent, like, the coloring seems consistent. I'm trying to look around here to see if there's, like, any major inconsistencies, but it fades the same way around here, fades the same way around this one as well. Maybe a little bit inconsistent up here for some reason. It should be fully black on this spot, but instead it's kind of like white, which could, indicate that this was, like, an edited image. But, at the end of the day, it looks really good. High potential it's fake. High potential, that it's not a real one. So do keep that in mind. I just want to make sure that people understand, because people always over-assume things, right? Like, I say, like, hey, this looks interesting, what if it's real? And people always assume, like, oh, it's real, and I just want to make sure. Don't take this the wrong way, right? I'm just saying, I want to make sure that people understand that this is not, like, confirmed, okay? This is not confirmed information. It's a potential leak. It is not a confirmed leak, okay? If it ends up being confirmed, then great. That's awesome. Now we know another Pokemon, right? But we don't know if this is true yet, but that's what we're here, to talk about it right now. Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, if you guys do not remember this, it was actually a leak, a real leak that we had a while back. Actually, it was like last month. We had a leak, which you guys may remember. It's this one right here. We had this leak, and this leak is very interesting, okay, in a specific kind of sense. Now, this leak is actually 100% correct, right? This was posted on the 23rd of May, and we got the trailer with Hop and all these guys. We got that trailer in June, right? The 5th of June. So this was posted way ahead of the trailer, and here's what it basically said, which is, and I'm going to read through it again. If you want to skip ahead, maybe skip ahead by a minute or so, but usually just stick by so you understand. If you haven't seen this rumor already, sorry, this leak already, then you'll get to see it for the first time now. So, this is what it predicted. It said, your rival is named Hop, but you will also be facing off against Beatty and Marnie, which I guess could be two different, two other rivals, but Hop is true. We know Hop is our rival. Team Yell is going to be the gang in this game. We are well-meaning fans of Marnie causing trouble. Now, we don't know about this yet. To become part of the gym challenge, you will have to get an endorsement. Betty gets an endorsement from Chairman Rose and his secretary Oleana. This is true. Remember, Chairman Rose and Secretary Oleana, those are the two characters. These are so, like, this is so correct, it's ludicrous. We just had these trailers like 2-3 weeks ago, right? Brand new trailers showing us Chairman Rose and his secretary Oleana. Like, this was like a week or two ago, right? And this is true as well, and I guess you will have to get an endorsement from them. Next up is that the Eternatus, the evil legendary, the other legendary will be a wolf, who will either have a shield mane or hold a sword like Great Wolf Sith. Don't recall its name, this is true as well. Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing are new mechanics. This is true, new dynamics, I guess, which is what he says here. Which is true, that will supersize Pokemon in specific areas. Gigantamaxing is different from Dynamaxing, as it changes what the Pokemon looks like. Meowth looks like a long cat. Lapras gets layers like musical boss to its shell and musical notes. Pikachu looks like a retro fat Pikachu, which is going to be, I guess, we know some Pokemon here that are going to get, Gigantamax. We got Meowth, Lapras, and Pikachu will will get Gigantamax forms. So that is confirmed, right? We know that now. Because everything else so far in this has been correct, except some things that haven't been shown yet. Like, we don't know what the evil team is yet, or what the third legendary is yet. But we do know this part is correct. We know this part up here, which your rival is correct. We know the name of Chairman Rose and Secret Secretary Oleana. We know those are correct. We know Sonia is a real character. Sonia is Leon's former rival who's researching the Dynamax phenomenon at the behest of her grandmother and professor of the game. This is true as well. Some Pokemon like Farfetch'd, and here's where the part that you guys are interested in, and the part that connects to my whole theory here, gets into play, which is that, like, some Pokemon like Farfetch'd will get regional evolutions, like Surfetch'd, right? Surfetch'd. I've talked about this before. Meowth looks like a ball of spiky gray fur, which I'm not sure if that's referring to a regional evolution for it, but apparently they're gonna get regional evolutions, and I'm not sure regional evolutions means, like, Galarian forms. I think this is different. Like, look, read what he says. Will get regional evolutions. You know, an evolution and a Galarian, you know, form are two different things. I feel like regional evolutions might just be like evolutions where they can only evolve within this region to these new forms, which would be Surfetch'd. Now, if you guys don't know this, if you actually look at the Farfetch'd evolution here, there's actually in these Betamon, Farfetch'd, let's see, evolution. There actually is a Farfetch'd evolution that was actually in the gold and silver beta. Here it is. Here it is. I mean, this is just a drawing made by your boy Tommy Case here, as you may see. But the whole thing is, like, based on the whole image is based on the gold and silver Space World demo. And actually can show you. There it is. Actually, there's a sprite itself right there. So that's a sprite. And that's the one that also came alongside all these ones. And also alongside this one. So that's why I'm bringing this all up, because if this is true, right, and we're gonna get Surfetch'd, right, like based on this leak, we're gonna get Surfetch'd, which is an evolution of Farfetch'd, and they plan to have an evolution of Farfetch'd in the past. If we can just find the image, here we go. Right, if they plan to do this in the past, then what is the possibility maybe of them bringing back some of these beta Pokemon and reusing them? There's a high possibility for that. There was a lot of hype around the Space World demos. There was a lot of talk about and speculation, and also a bunch of rumors in the past. Back in like 2018, like early 2018, whenever like the beta thing actually popped up, a lot of people were talking about like, hey dude, like maybe they'll put the beta Pokemon into the next Pokemon game, right? Like maybe it's gonna be possible. There was a few rumors I covered that popped up saying like, oh, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, just wait, blah blah blah. But I never believed it. I was like, it just makes no sense. Why would they bring back beta Pokemon, right? And even if they brought them back, they would most likely like redesign them, right? I mean, that's what I would assume, right? Like, what do you guys think? Wouldn't they redesign them? Which is true, and that's the biggest issue with this right here. This Pokemon looks identical to the sprite. If this was a bit different, right, if it had a little bit of a different style to it, then I would be more inclined to believe it. The problem right now is that it looks so identical, like so identical, okay, to what the one from the sprite here looks like, that it makes me hard, makes it hard for me, makes it hard for me to actually, like, believe this is real, okay, like, it makes it way harder to believe this is real. That's like what makes me so confused about this, because I'm a little bit torn about it. Like, in one sense, it makes sense. On the other side, it doesn't make as much sense. So that's where I'm a bit stuck on. So if you guys haven't seen these sprites, there's actually a bunch of them. We can probably open up an image here and let's see if we can zoom in a little bit further and we can check through some of these. I'm not sure if it shows all of the ones that are like Betamons, but if we go a bit further down here, I'm not sure if they're included here. I guess there are some, like right there, you've got a pre-evolution for Jinx, which never happened. I guess these are meant to be like Espeon and Umbreon, but like different like sprites. And there was another cat Pokemon right here, which had a pre-evolution and a evolution. Then as well, there's like a pre-evolution for Meowth, right? So I'm thinking maybe the reason they're doing maybe like regional evolutions now is to bring back a bunch of these Pokemon, maybe from like Generation 2, you know what I mean? That they never got to do like a pre-evolutions and evolutions for, and maybe they will give us like a pre-evolution maybe to Meowth, right? Like maybe they'll give us a pre-evolution to Meowth, like how he mentions here in the leak. Notice what he says in the leak here. He says, he says some Pokemon like Farfetch'd will get regional evolutions, like Surfetch'd. Meowth looks like a ball of spiky gray fur. And look at this one, what we have right here, guys. Like if you look at this image, right? What do we have down here? We have a Meowth that's a little bit of a little bit of cute little mouth, just Meowth just sleeping, a little bit of gray fur, whatever, you know, that's kind of what it looks like. And I think the possibilities here are endless, honestly. I think there's a lot of possibilities for what they could do here, and I'm just intrigued about how they're going to pull it off, if this is what's happening. But that seems like a high possibility. I mean, the leak is real, okay? I can't deny that this shit is real, and the fact that there's more stuff in here, like Squavet and Gredunt, which are chipmunk Pokemon who will be hidden in the berry trees and attack randomly. These are also real because they're on shirts and a bunch of banners in the game of like, you know, onto shirts of like characters in the crowd and stuff. There are like these two, like there's the chipmunk drawing or a silhouette. So that's true as well. Attack randomly if you go for too many berries. If they attack, you lose half of the berries that dropped. The fourth gym is the first fairy type gym, led by an actress named Opal. Then you've got Mailloux, Nessa, which is both names are true, and Kabu are the first ones. So I'm not sure about Kabu because I know we have Bea, but I don't know about Kabu. Maybe I guess like Bea and whatever the other one's called, the Ghost Girl. Like maybe they are like another gym. Like, you know, maybe he got the positioning wrong here because I mean, let's be honest, he could have gotten the order of these wrong, but so far Mailloux, Nessa are correct, right? Opal we don't know about yet. And before fighting the gym leaders, you have to complete the gym challenges. Mailloux has a herding sheep Pokemon named Wooloo, but Pamper, or Yamper as we now know it, we see again there, like, you know, maybe Pamper's the evolution of Yamper, but also maybe he just messed up the name a little bit there when spelling it. But overall, this is a real leak. Everything here is pretty much real. Maybe he just fucked up the names a little bit, you know, with some spelling and stuff. That's about it though. But Yamper, electric corgi Pokemon, will startle them and send them rolling elsewhere. Nessa has you running through a maze where water blocks the way, which is true, and Kabu requires you to catch Pokemon and get 5 points, but you have to be in a party battle with another trainer who's also trying to catch it. While there is a transit system, you will go through a wild area at times, which is true. We know the wild area was confirmed. An open world biome that has a weather system and little pockets where wild Pokemon Dynamax, and that's true as well, and have to be beaten in a 4-person raid. Wait, you will randomly see nearby players and interact with them to get their league cards and items. True. Camping is how you play with Pokemon now. You will get two toys, a feather toy and a toy Pokeball, which can raise friendship. You can use Curry, which will raise stats and friendliness. And here he wrote starts instead of stats, but there you go. Again, another true point. We know there's actually camping in this game. Pokemon will not walk beside you in the overworld. We know this is true as well. There is no following Pokemon. Scorbunny will have fighting type moves, but is a pure fire type. He wrote fighter here, but I think he fucked up when he was typing it. And it becomes a Raboot. But I don't remember the final evolution, except that it looks like a fighter. It looks humanoid. But yeah, I don't think he meant fighter as in like a fighting type, but like I guess he meant like it's a pure fire type, right? Like there's a lot of spelling errors in between here. Sobble becomes Sizzle, and then Inteleon, a chameleon with a spy theme, and Grookey will end up as a giant gorilla that beats a wood drum to attack. There's a lot I'm missing, but I wasn't planning on leaking until now. I'm angry and upset, and while I liked what I saw, I didn't get too far. The best Pokemon so far is the Blue Seagull, who when it dives either gets a Barracuda in its mouth or a Pikachu, which it launches at its enemy, which sounds amazing, by the way. I love that still. It sounds really awesome as a Pokemon. But back to the point I'm trying to get to here, guys. Like, the possibility here is that it's honestly endless. The possibility is endless. For example, we have this right here, you know what I mean? And I was looking at this, which was created by a designer here on ArtStation. Unfortunately, he removed his thing here. But for example, see this. He made a 3D model of this shark Pokemon, right? This shark Pokemon, which is Anko Rage, and it's not the only one. There's more of them. There's like this one, Tuhid, Para, which ended up being a Parasect eventually. You know, you got that. And unfortunately, somebody just opened my door. Then you got Grotesque here as well, which I guess ended up eventually becoming like a different Pokemon. I can't remember which one though. And Sunmola here, which is I think also ended up becoming a Pokemon. I just can't remember which Pokemon it's referencing though. And we have an Anchorage here again. But you know, you have other stuff like Pichu here. It's like an early version of Pichu, early version of Cleffa, I guess, which ended up changing somewhat. Then you got something here called I guess this is meant to be like Tangela. Then you got Trifox, which I guess is maybe a pre-evolution. Half a Vulpix or a third of a Ninetales. I guess a pre-evolution to maybe Vulpix, which kind of strange because Vulpix is kind of like small in itself. I'm a greedy bastard likes it when Pokemon evolve, so I'm pretty down with the theory of giving them even more evolutions. Problem is, when they're baby style pre-evolutions, they usually suck and they're totally redundant, and I think Trifox might just be one of them. Well, I don't think it's stupid. I think it's cute, right? But it's a little bit redundant. That's true. But there's endless possibilities here, guys. There's endless possibilities for what they can do. So we know for a fact there's going to be like, you know, brand new evolutions in these games. The question is is this Pokemon gonna be in that same boat, right? Is this a real one, and is it in the same boat? I don't know. I think it's more likely fake, due to the fact that it's so alike the real one from the Space World demo, and I feel like if they were to reuse it, they would definitely change the design somewhat. They wouldn't just like carbon copy it's over. It would actually make it different. So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? What do you guys think about this whole situation? Let me know. Also, guys, if you want to see another, I actually have a really awesome leak that I can connect to this one, like another leak that actually came before this one, seemingly, that can connect to this one perfectly. If you guys want to see a video about that, drop a like down below, guys. 500 likes, and we'll talk about the other leak. Just comment down below your favorite Pokemon. Like, just do hashtag Grookey, Sobble, or Score Bunny, right? Whichever is your favorite starter Pokemon from the Galar region, just comment down below. Hashtag Grookey, hashtag Score Bunny, hashtag, Sobble, whatever your favorite is. And also leave a like down below. 500 likes, and I'll get that video out for you guys tomorrow. It might take a little bit longer time to, like, put it together, so you might get a little bit later during the day, but it's gonna come your way, though, so stick around for that. But yeah, if you guys want to see that, drop a like down below. 500, we're going for that. Also, make sure to subscribe, guys. We're about 1,000 subscribers now, guys. 1,000 away from 100K. I still can't believe that, guys. So thank you so much for the love and support. I freaking love you guys. Have yourselves a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.